I'm going to give you an example of the kind of thing I have. Here's a 28 to 135, which is a good, I don't want to think about it. I just want to take some candid shots all around for semi-crowded situations or whatever. It's sort of an all-around catch-all lens. I also have the one that goes all the way to 300 that I paid about $100 for on eBay. This is the old, ED lens series that I talked about earlier that are also, EF lens series, I'm sorry, that will also fit on the new digital cameras. But I also want to be doing some real estate shows, so I have my other wide-angle lens here that's on the camera. That's the 10 to 22, and this takes care of those real wide shots, or where you're in close places. If you're doing shots for newspapers and your local news and you want to get that sort of different kind of look, you can see some shots right here that I've taken. These really work pretty well. They are expensive. They're $600 or $700 for a lens, but a 2.8 f-stop allow you to get some pretty low light shots. Most important, real estate, real tight corners. This is the one to have. Here's another one that I have, which is I think about $500, $600 too. It's a 60 millimeter prime. So if you want to go out and take some pictures of portraits, it's going to throw the background out of focus. This also is a 2.8. It gets down pretty low, and it'll allow you to, throw the background out of focus, get some low light shots. Generally speaking, it'll be good for portraits and stuff like that. It's a good all-around lens for bands and stuff. So if I'm shooting a band, I'll get some wide shots real close to the stage, then I'll switch to the prime. I will have to move in and out. If I can't move a lot, remember I have to go to my zoom lens, but that's another one to have. Then, of course, you have your cheap. I'm going in situations where, I may get beat up a lot. 35 to 80 off eBay. This would be $70, real lightweight. Not going to do a lot. My next one that I'm going to buy that I haven't, off eBay used probably, is a 35 millimeter to 50 millimeter, like 1.8, really low f-stop. To go from 2.8 all the way down to say a 1.8, I'm going to have to go from about $100 to maybe $300 to $400 for that lens used. But that'll allow me, really what this prime lens does, but allow me to not be zoomed in as far, and it'll be one of my lenses that'll be under an f2, which will allow me to really gather in some low light and really get some shots that are with the background out of focus. Remember, now that these digital SLRs, whether it be the Canon or Nikon, are also movie taking pictures, you may want to be doing some commercials. There's things that looks like commercials where the background or maybe the real foreground is out of focus. And to do that, you're going to have to get something with the f number under 2 if you really want to get an impressive look. A good compromise is an f1.8 lens. You will pay some money for it, but if you type in Canon or Nikon f1.8 lens on YouTube, you're going to be able to see some amazing stuff done with lenses that are under f2. It really separates the women from the girls, or the men from the boys, should we say, in terms of, wow, that's really impressive. Look at how they're inside, and yet the background is really out of focus. One other thing, and the last thing I want to go over here, is when you're shooting with a wide-angle lens, try to triangulate for depth. What that means, if you're inside, either using a hallway or there's 3 or 4 people, try to get 3 people, but one sort of closer than everything else, because you want to really take advantage of what the depth of the wide-angle lens can do. So if you position people or you move around so somebody's closer and somebody's farther in the distance, it really gives more of a three-dimensional effect and really can impress your viewer or the person seeing the picture as to the professionalism that you have utilizing your wide-angle lens to get that depth, to get that 3D image, instead of just taking flat things. Move around, have somebody move closer, or put something in the foreground and really get some beautiful depth utilizing all that the wide-angle lens can do. Keep in mind, if you go back a ways, you're going to get a little bit of a fisheye view. Sometimes that's okay. You can always go in Photoshop and recorrect a little. I like to just keep them as they are, but I like to get in close and get some of my subject matter in the foreground and some more in the background and less planar, and that takes advantage of your real wide angle to get some fantastic shots. That's all for this video. Make sure you subscribe, please, to our YouTube channel, and make sure, if you can and you like what you see or you have some questions or comments, add them right under the video under the questions or comments. My name's John Cooksey, and we'll see you on another video.